Morning. Today's lesson in LiveLink is to go in and to just show a general overview of the software for new users here. So the first thing you do is go to the link that will be provided to you to the Open Text Open Content Server website. There you'll type in your name that was given to you. Today we're logging in under the section administrator account here to show you the workings of the website, but you'll log in under your the name and the password that's either assigned to your study group or committee. So with that, you log in, sign in. If you have any trouble, you click the little hyperlink there, and you can send an email to the administrator or call the section treasurer or vice treasurer or the main SPE office here in Houston, and they'll give you advice. Once you get into the software, you'll come to basically the home screen, the workspace. Here you see a number of things that are icons. You have reports where you can generate reports of different LiveLink events that you've submitted and see reports with how many events you have, what was in the events, this sort of thing. You have web reports, another way to get some documents in reporting. Most users will use the LiveLink to file expenses, either associated with a study group event or a forum or something like that where you've had attendees and this sort of thing. The event form has both revenue and expense columns and forms to fill out. If you're filing an expense that's not related to a study group event or committee event, you will use this over here, the SPE non-event payment request. There is a workflow guide here with this PDF, which gives you a general overview of the LiveLink system. If you want to know any of the vendors that we currently have on file, you can open up the vendor Excel spreadsheet. It gives a list of the vendors and their addresses. Also down here, there are many little items such as template forms or reports or web doc reports. All of these can be quickly downloaded. Here's a PowerPoint set of slides for a breakout session from 2 years ago. You just merely check the things that you want, and then you just click the hyperlink here. It will ask you whether or not you want to save it to your computer. You can save it as a file. I recommend that, and then go look at it later. Or you can actually open the file up, and it should appear, and you should be able to see it on your computer here. So taking a little time here, this particular thing has opened up, it happened to be on the other side of my monitor, so we weren't able to see it, but you can go in and check these things and look for anything that you want. You have the ability to download it, zip and download. You just click the button here, and it will tell you that it will download to your personal PC. And once you go through the steps here, you just simply will go ahead and save it. I'm going to save this to my desktop, and it'll save the new archive, and then I can unzip it and actually look at the file here. So this particular screen is found up here. This is the main menu. If I want to go back to where I was, I'll go back to the enterprise workspace, and you see we've gotten here back to the original screen here. On the left-hand side here, there's several little application forms. You can look at these. You can also look at recent documents that have been printed, reports, and this sort of thing. Once you run one of these reports, you will see the owner and you will be able to pull up the report here. If we go back up to the main menu on Enterprise, you have two. You have the workspace, which is this area, and you also have users and groups here. Users and groups is helpful if you want to find someone. You can see a list of all the different people who are in LiveLink and the associated study group or committee that they're on. So most of the time, most people will go in and they will go into their workspace. And from here, typically you will see if you have any assignments or any event forms that you filled out and where they stand in the processing, have they been approved or not. If you go down to assignments, assignments are forms that you've turned in or in the process of submitting. You can go check and see where your work stands and whether or not you have any action items on things to do in the system. Typically, users will create a new event and they'll fill out the form. Then they go ahead and submit. They have to go back into their assignment list at that point and put in attachments, and then go ahead and submit it to the either the section treasurer or vice treasurer for approval. Once the expense is approved, typically it will come back to the user to archive, the archive process here. Other things that you can do down here is you can go back down and look at workflows. Workflows is a handy way to find an event that's been submitted and you can't quite find it on your assignment list and you've forgotten what the number was, the event number. You can go here and you can go look at the list. It's quite extensive. They're sorted by archived and not archived. This is the not archived list. If I wanted to look at the archived list, I simply just click on that little radial button and it pulls up the archived list. So this is a handy way to find your events that you've forgotten about. So the personal list goes through several things here. Most users won't use only but a few of these little subtask items. The other one here is to settings. Settings is going to be used typically when you first get your account. You'll want to go into the settings, go into the password, and you'll type the password that was given to you, and then you'll go ahead and go in here and put your new password and hit update, and then that way no user can use your account. It'll be your own private password. If you do happen to forget your password, you just merely contact the treasurer or vice treasurer and they will reset your password for you. And then search is another tool here that you can come in and actually look for event forms or documents. You have a search. You can go by exact phrase, or you can look at things and it will go in and actually pull event forms that match your search. So if you need to go back through and you can't quite remember one of your event forms, you can use the search utility for that. And of course, the last item here is the log out button. This is how you log out. And you have a little help button over here that will get you into the LiveLink help. I think you'll find, though, that probably the best help is probably in the treasurer breakout sessions or the workflow user guide. I suggest you download these and take a look at them. And that should help you with your expense reporting in LiveLink. And so that's all for today's lesson. We'll have other modules on how to submit a event form, filling that out correctly, and also how to do a non-event form. So remember to log out. We come down here and log out. Thank you very much.